माननीय क्षेत्र संघ चालक जी, माननीय प्रांत संघ चालक जी, माननीय विभाग संघ चालक जी, उपस्थित नागरिक सज्जन, माता भगिनी, Sangh has completed 100 years of its work. And since last 10-15 years, Sangh is also a subject of routine discussion for or against it. When discussion happens, one thing becomes very obvious. The well-wishers as well as the opponents, they are talking on the basis of perceptions, not facts. Some perceptions are created, concocted to malign the image of Sangh. Some wrong perceptions, they come out naturally because Sangh has no other comparable work or movement in the world. And I think since thousand years of our history, we have not seen such an organization working. And therefore, it is very natural to see Sangha from outside and get confused. Because from known to unknown, this journey is not possible. You have to know Sangha to know Sangha. Gaganam gaganakaram sagaram sagaropamaha Rama Ravanayor yuddham Rama Ravanayoriva. Sky has no other comparable. If you want to know sky, it is like sky. You have to see sky. Experience this. Similarly, Sagar, that is Samudram. There is no such a vast expanse of water body anywhere else. So you have to see the sea to know the sea. And therefore, it was decided that these misconceptions should be removed. Because Sangha work, Sangha doesn't want to be a powerful organization within the society. Sangha wants to organize entire society. Difference between Sangha and society should not be there. Whole society should be organized. And therefore, whole society needs to be educated about Sangha. Formerly, when we were not so strong, our presence was not there in all places. Even if we tried to tell people about Sangha, they didn't want to hear. But now, since last 20 years, Sangha has gradually come to the center stage of our national affairs. And therefore, when we call people, they come and hear us. There is faith in society about RSS. So it was decided that we should try something to remove these conceptions. And therefore, the programs are being arranged, some are over, some will happen. New programs are being arranged, wherein Sangha Adhikaris will go around the country and talk to people who matter about Sangha. This program is one of those programs. Intention is to know authentically and factually about Sangha. There is also a question answer session afterwards. So I will start with first fact that we should keep in mind when thinking about RSS. That is, Sangha is not a product of any reaction or opposition or competition. Sangha does not compete for influence for anybody. Sangha wants to remain in background as far as and as long as it is possible. We are not competing for any power, any influence, nothing. And as some people say, Sangha was formed against Muslims or against Christians or against British. That is also a wrong notion. Definitely Sangha is for Hindus, for protection and all-round progress of Hindu society, Hindu nation. But being for anything doesn't mean being against anything. The organized state of the society is a natural, healthy condition of any society. If it is not there, it has to be created. If I exercise daily to keep my health, it doesn't mean I am preparing to attack somebody. If somebody attacks me, that health is useful. But my intention is not to attack anybody. Sangha is not a reaction, not an opposition, not a competition. How Sangha came into being? The process was very long. So after 1857, we got defeated in that freedom struggle. So thinking people in our country started thinking, why were we defeated? We were in our country. We had kings, we had armies, we had the valor. But British people coming from thousands of miles across the seas, they could trample us. How could this happen? And out of this thinking, 4 streams emerged. First were those people who thought that, okay, one defeat, but we will improve our methods and we will have the armed struggle and throw the British out. So there were no kings, no armies after 1857. So they collected arms and started the armed revolutionary struggle. That stream continued till 1945. In 1947, we got independence and its propriety was not there. So it didn't continue. But while it continued, it produced so many ideals for us, whom we remember even today and seek some inspiration from them. We get the inspiration from them. Another stream, people said that we were defeated because we had no political awareness. And therefore, kings and armies fought for the freedom of the country, but the country was not aware that defeating a foreign ruler means our independence. So we have to create political awareness. And they then captured the Congress. Sir A.O. Hume, with some local intelligentsia, formed this Congress as a safety valve. But our freedom fighters caught hold of that apparatus and made it a very useful apparatus to awaken the people for freedom of India. And a vast arousing of people, awakening of people happened through that apparatus. But there were some who said that opposing British will not do. They are the superior society. They are scientific. Our society is mired in so many superstitions, so many bad rudies. And so we have to get rid of all these things. We have to reform the society. And starting from Raja Rama Mohan Rai, this reform stream also continued and is still continuing. But somehow it remained confined to some people. It could not influence whole of the society. And therefore reform movement still continues. But society is not reformed to the required degree. And fourth stream was people saying that go to basics, go back to our roots. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, learn who you are and serve your people. They are in poverty. They have no jnanam. So serve them, make them jnanavan. Get rid of the poverty that is infesting them. Then everything else will automatically follow. The Sangh founder, Dr. Hedgewar, was an ardent worker in every stream working for the emancipation of our land and people. He was a revolutionary. He was sent to Calcutta by Nagpur leaders because he was a fighter he organized Vande Mataram movement in schools. And when British tried to find who is at the root of all this disturbance, they could not find anything. They shut the schools, tried to investigate, but failed. And after 4 months, schools were started with a nominal apology by students. Student has to enter the school and just teacher will ask, you did some wrong. No, he will just nod. That much apology is sufficient. And schools were started. But there were 2 students who refused to apologize even in symbolic way. They said, apology, there is no question. This is our Matrubhumi. We have every right to say Vande Mataram. So those 2 were rusticated. One of them was Hedgewar. So he continued his study in national school. National schools at that time were created for the agitators of freedom movement. That school was also closed by British. Then he appeared privately, passed in first class. He was not well-to-do person. He lost his parents at the early age of 11 years. On the same day, they died. They were serving the plague-infested public. And they contracted plague and died on the same day. So there was no earning source in his household. Through poverty, he had to do this. But he always participated in every movement for the people and country. And also maintained his place in his studies. So Nagpur leaders thought that let him be sent to Kolkata to learn medicine, to be a doctor. That will be the pretext. But real purpose will be, he will contact the Anushilan Samiti, the coordination committee of revolutionaries. And then that revolutionary work will be started in this western region. So he was sent there. And both the jobs he excelled in. He passed the registered medical practitioner's exam in first class, 4 years course. And during those 4 years, he became a core committee member of Anushilin Samiti. And he was given the charge of establishing revolutionary work from Rajasthan to Andhra, to Telangana. And he did that job. But that movement also failed. He had already decided that in this life, my goal will be my country, nothing else. My own ambitions, my career, etc., are the topics I will deal with in next birth. This birth is for my country, my people. And therefore, naturally he participated in the non-cooperation movement. Gandhiji was there. Lokmanya Tilak had passed away. Gandhi, in the leadership of Gandhiji, it happened. So he went from village to village giving speeches, doing propaganda for the movement. And then he was tried for sedition. So his defense speech, he started with, I don't recognize this court. You say this is British rule and British court. What international law permits any country to rule over other country? Is there any such law? No. Then British rule is illegal. Therefore this court is illegal. Therefore Mr. Justice in court, you are illegal. I don't accept your authority. Freedom is fundamental right of every human being. I told my people to be free and how to be free. Nothing else, etc., etc. So judge sentenced him for 1 year rigorous imprisonment. And while sentencing, gave the remark that his defense speech is more seditious than the speeches for which he is being tried. Such sort of person he was, and therefore he was active in every field, in all 4 streams. And naturally, he met everybody, Lokmanya Tilak, Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Babu, because he was revolutionary, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Madan Mohan Malviya, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. And discussions happened, and through discussions, Dr. Hedgewar learned. And his own study, his own experience of all this activity, it also told him the same thing. He found that every leader, in the back of his mind, is thinking that I have picked an issue and I am working for it, I have dedicated my life for it, so that issue will be resolved. Definitely. But what is the guarantee that it will not crop up again? British were not the first aggressors. Before them, Islam came. For about 500 years, 100 years, north, south, east, west, except Assam, they ruled here. Before that, Shaka, Huna, Kushana, Yavan. There is a long line of aggressors. Each time, handful of people come from outside, from far away. They are not superior to us. We are superior to them in every respect, but still they conquer us. And this doesn't happen once. It has happened 8 times. What is the reason? So there are some faults we have to remove. Someone has to do it because we have dedicated our life for an issue. There is no time for us. But someone must apply his mind to this task. And what were those faults? That also, all these, I took the names. You read their literature. They have mentioned this. There is no unity and there is no quality in our society. We are not proud of who we are. Because we don't know who we are. And therefore, those who are ours, they are also pushed away by us. So many divisions of caste, divisions of creed, divisions of province, divisions of style of living. All these things which were our diversities have now become our divisions. So we have to clearly remember who we are, and we have to unite, and we have to have the quality. Discipline was not there, honesty was not there, so many things. Around the World in 80 Days, the novel, you must have gone through it sometime. There, that protagonist of that novel, he comes to Bharat. And he goes from Mumbai to Kolkata, and then by sea route or somehow he goes to China. But all during his stay in Bharat, each day there is an incident which derogates our society. Their dishonesty, their division, their superstitions, all these things. So, world could blame us like that. All these things have to be corrected. So, Dr. Hidegawar thought that if everybody has taken some issue and dedicated his life, big people are working for these issues. But a thing which will fulfill their task will create the guarantee that these issues will not crop up again. If nobody is able to apply himself to it because they are engaged elsewhere, I will leave everything. I will leave everything and work for this. So he experimented for about 8 to 10 years. And then he announced that this Sangha has been started on the Vijayadashmi of 1925. He experimented, he had his friends. Due to his skill and organizational tact, many young men was around him, and he discussed with them. He also gave the experiment in their hands, and then as a conclusion, on the 25 Vijayadashmi day, he declared that Sangha has started. So what my point is, Sangha has come to fulfill, not to destroy. We are not opposing anyone. It is a simple fact. These were the faults, and we have to organize the entire society so that there is unity and quality. This is one thing. Now, to create unity and quality in the society, the first instrument of this work is man himself. Because to create something in human beings needs an example in them, not ideal. Ideals are like stars, which we can never reach. But we can plot our chart according to them. But when we plot that chart and see the way, we see it is very, very difficult way. So we start worshipping our ideals. We don't follow them. We will have Jayanti, Punyatithi, Puja, everything. We'll erect their statues, and we'll say Jai, but we'll never follow them. But if someone like us, who is one of us, maybe 10 paces ahead, not much, he dares to tread that path, we see, oh, he is like us, just 10 paces ahead. I can also do it. It is a good thing to do it. I will do it. So we have to have examples of common people. And those examples will not be followed if they are in isolation. They have to have a very tight rapport with people. People should believe them. They should have that transparent character. Then only people will follow the way they are treading, and people will change themselves. That is the only methodology available till date in the world. This is our methodology. That is RSS. And after 100 years now, many people from abroad come, from European countries, from America. And after seeing everything, one common question, whether he is from South Asia or Middle East or Europe or America, Australia, they ask us, we want to do something like this for our young people. Will you train us? That is what they ask. That means there is no other methodology. This thing, this methodology is RSS. Sangha does man-making. Because man-making creates the examples, brings change in the social behavior of the society. And that is a must for any change. Change doesn't happen due to leaders, parties, policies, avatars. No. They are helpers. Society has to change itself. This is not something which we can give on contract to Bhagwan or Neta or party or a philosophy. No. That is why Mahatma Gandhi ji said, be the change you want to bring about. And one or two examples will not do. Entire society has to change like that. Then only that change becomes permanent. If society does this, everybody else helps, including God. God helps those who help themselves. And therefore, Dr. Hedgewar created this methodology. Rest is, everything was there. Our vichar, ideology, it is our Sanatana ideology. It was always there. And it will always be there. Nothing new. Regarding the issues, etc., from the contemporary leadership, we take many things. There is nothing new about it in Sangha. The only new thing Sangha gives is that methodology of man-making, which is unique. And that itself is RSS. If you want to see RSS, don't see it through Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Don't see it through BJP. Don't see it through any other organization. Swayamsevaks are working now in every field of life. And they are doing yeoman's work, exemplary work. But that work is separate, independent, autonomous. The credit goes to the Swayamsevaks, not to Sangha. Because Sangha doesn't do anything. Sangha does only one work, man-making. Sangha has only Shaka and Swayamsevaks. Rest is Swayamsevaks. They do it. They independently do it. We have given them the vichar, samskar, and we have put the goal of all-round glory of Bharat Mata before them. Now they are independent. We don't have any remote or direct control over these organizations or gatividhis or institutions or individual Swayamsevaks working in some seva. We don't have control. Control is not there in man-making. Only Shuddha Sattvika love is basis of our work. We bring about this discipline not through control. It is through appeal. So, if you want to see Sangha, directly see Shaka, see Swayamsevak, see their families, see our programs. Come inside, see us from inside. First, there were only Shakas. But when Swayamsevak's number increased, naturally, whatever was lacking in our society, it came to notice of Swayamsevaks and they started all these organizations. They are our Swayamsevaks. They come and meet us. We have discussions. They may ask for help. We help. In any good work, we help everybody, not only Swayamsevaks. So, in Swayamsevaks also, they get our help. But it is their affair. In one household, there are 5 brothers. And they each have their separate business. As brothers, they are one family. They help each other. But that doesn't mean that they own the business of each other. It is their individual. Like that it happens in Sangh. And therefore, when you direct your questions, ask straightway about Sangha, not about all these things. If you want to know Sangha. Sangha has view about everything. That I can tell you. But the working model is theirs. Anyway, this started and gradually we grew. It was not an easy journey. First, there was nothing. No ammunition, no money. 3 things are required, na? Men, money, ammunition. We didn't even have men. To say that Hindustan Hindu Rashtra hai, Hindustan is Hindu nation, was a taboo. So our ideology was not at all accepted. And we didn't have money. We didn't have any paper, newspaper, etc., etc. Media support was not there. Government, the British government opposed us like anything. So we were ignored, neglected. But Swayamsevaks worked. Through that neglect, they came out on the merit of their hearts. They believed that yes, this is Hindu Rashtra and we have to create. Why Hindu Rashtra? That is also a permanent question. Why Hindus? Why not others? But I say sometimes that who are others? There is no other in Bharat. Because when you say Hindu, what do you mean? Hindu is not a worship. There are many worships, many gods, many styles of living, many karma kandas. Hindu is a nature, swabhavam. Hindu is dharma. Dharma also means swabhav. Dharma also means kartavya, duty. You see, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji witnessed a carnage created by Babar's aggression on Shahpura in Punjab, he was present there. Then he wrote about that. In his Vani he says, Turkestan khasmana kiya, Hindustan daraya. He destroyed Turkestan, Babar, and now he is threatening Hindustan. And in that carnage, he says, Kaya kappad tuk tuk hosi. The cut organs of human beings, like the rags which are thrown astray in the wind, blowing wind of the Maidan field. Like that, the organs were thrown here and there. And then he says, Hindu महिलाओं का शील नहीं बचा, मुस्लिम महिलाओं की अस्मत नहीं बची. Because when Babar came here, already 11 sultanates had passed. So there were converted Muslims. And Babar also bid them. Both were prey to Babar's avarice of power. And Nanak says, Guru Nanak Dev says, Muslims and Hindus. Now Muslims, that is well defined. there is Allah, there is Paigambar, there is Quran. If you don't subscribe to these three, then you are not Muslim. But when Guru Nanak Dev Ji says Muslims categorically, another category he says Hindu. So it is something confusing. Why he said Hindu? No God, no one God, not one sampradaya. All were there. Jains, Bauddhas, Vaidics, Vaishnavas, Shaivas, Shaktas, all were there. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji didn't mention them category-wise. He grouped them in one common noun, that is Hindu. Why? Because Muslims were categorically different. They said, if we are right, we follow these three, and that is the only way. We are right, you are wrong. You are wrong, sometimes we will tolerate you, sometimes we will not tolerate you. We will use you. If you are not useful, we will neglect you. If you are harmful, we will kill you. You are nobody. हम ही सही, बाकी सब गलत. But Hindus say, I am okay, you are okay. Follow your own path, I follow my own path. There should be no quarrel. Work together, stay together, live together, work together. We need not make diversities into divisions. We should accept all diversities, respect all diversities. Because ultimately everything leads to the same. Ruchinam vaichitriyat rujukutila nana pathayutam dhranam eko gamyas tomasi pavesam aranavaiva. So there are so many heads and so many thoughts. So it is quite natural. The truth is such a magnificent thing that it cannot be approached by only single road. There has to be diversity of ways which has to be accepted and respected. This nature was termed as Hindu. So if we apply this to Bharat, there are four kinds of Hindus. There are Hindus who say, oh yes, we are Hindus and we are proud of it. There are Hindus who say, oh yes, we are Hindus, but what is there to be specially proud of? Christians are proud of their Christianity. Muslims are proud of their Islam. Everybody is something. What is some specially being proud of what? What is the matter? Third kind is, they don't accept they are Hindus. If you publicly ask them. But if you go to and privately meet them, they will say, yes, we are Hindus, but don't talk loudly. Somebody will hear. I don't want this to be exposed. There is some selfish interest or some bhiti, bhayam. Something is there. They know, but they don't accept. And there are those who don't know. Systematically, this lapse of memory was brought about in them. No, you are not one of this society, you are a separate society. And on these ideas of separatism, politicians play. That has been happening since the Islam's aggression. Naturally, when Muslims, converted Muslims and rest of the Hindus, they came together and they mingled together, and homogeneity was about to come. At that time, Ulta Chakka Ghumaya, first by Aurangzeb, after 1857 by British. So they are made to forget this. But they are Hindus. Everywhere in the world where they go, they are registered as Hindus. Hindavi, they are called. Hindavi, Bharatiya, Arya, all these are synonyms. But this content, acceptance and respect of every diversity, and dharma, Dharma unites, dharma uplifts. Dharma simultaneously gives happiness to everything and everybody. Dharma is not religion. Dharma beyond the karma kanda. That is the specialty of Hindus. And this Bharat came into existence eons before through the tapasya of Rishi Munis for the very purpose to give dharma to world from time to time. Dharma is based on Satya. Satya is we are all one. All is one. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Diyo Brahma Yuvanapara. All the diversities are mithya is not false. They are relatively true, not entirely true. Absolute, final reality which gives Shashvata Sukham is the Atma Tattva Paramatma. It is one. And when this was realized, the dharma standing on four basic values, Satya, Karuna, Shuchita, Tapas, was realized by Rishi Munis. And they brought together entire society of Bharatvarsha, made them into one nation. Bhadram Ichchanta Risheswar Vidha, Tapo Diksham Upase Duragre, Tato Rashtram Balam Ojascha Jatam. Due to the tapasya performed by our rishis, our Bala, Oj, etc. came into being. That is our nation, Sanatan. It is not that British made us into one nation. We recognized all the diversities, therefore we had diverse Vyavastha in one country. A time was when we had many kings. We say in Mantra Pushpa, Samrajyam, Bhaujyam, Swarajyam, Vairajyam, Sparameshtham, Rajyam, Mahadhipatyam. All these are systems of governance. They were existing simultaneously in entire Bharatvarsha. But in spite of that, we say further, Prithivai, in the land of Prithuraja, who made it arable land, that Prithivai, Samudra Pariyantaya, up to the seas, Ek Ratiti, Ek Ratre. So we had many kings, but we were one single nation. We had Chakravarti Samrat, one king. We were the same nation. Our rulers ruled us. We were nation. Foreigners ruled us, made us into slaves. But we were that same nation. Our nation doesn't change with state. Nation is a foreign word which cannot translate Rashtram correctly. Because nation is associated with state. Rashtra is not. It is associated with Sanskriti. That Sanskriti is the mainstay of our unity in spite of our diversity. And that Sanskriti was inclusive like this because of our Bharat Mata. Sujalam, Suflam, Maleja, Shitalam. So, there was ample for everybody. Abundance of everything. We did not face the struggle for existence because struggle was not needed. Everything was abundant for everybody. And we were well protected by the Himalayas and the seas. So we didn't face any aggression in ancient history of ours. So naturally our thought process evolved into Sarvepi Sukhinas Santu, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, etc. This sanskar of Sanskriti was bestowed upon us by the grace of our Bharat Mata. And that is why Desha Bhakti towards Bharat is inseparable component of our nationality. And third thing is, to sustain this Sanskriti and land, to protect it, to develop it, our people have sacrificed. They have labored. They have passed through all the trials and tribulations of history for so many years. And they have created ideals for us. And all of us, we bow before them. We bow before them. North, south, east, west, everywhere, there is some common reverence for these ideals. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, nobody opposes. Tiruvalluvar, nobody opposes. Because they are the very essence of our Sanskriti. They lived it. And they also protected it. They also developed it. From time to time they removed all the confusions. And gave us strength. These three things are our Rashtram. And when we describe this to others, they say you are talking of Hindu Rashtram. Though that name came much later, it is not in Ramayana and Mahabharata. All these things are signified by one word, Hindu. Content is explicit and clear when we say Hindu. That is why Sangha says Hindu. Hindu Rashtram. That is not exclusive, that is inclusive. Hindu Rashtram is a truth. It is not an ideology. It is not an imagination. It is a fact of matter. It is there. So, naturally, those who call themselves Hindu, they are responsible for this country, this nation, entire Bharat, including all others. And therefore, first organize those who call themselves Hindus. 4 questions are there, 2 are easy and 2 are difficult. So, difficult question will be tackled later. Organization of Hindu society. Organization within Hindu society, no. Organization of the Hindu society. That is the goal. Nothing else. We want to organize the entire society, we will do nothing else. After the society is organized, we will not do anything else. We will just go with the society, whatever is going on, we will participate in that. But Sangha has only one point agenda. Vijetri chanas samvata karya shakti vidhayasya dharmasya samrakshanam param vaibhavam netum etat swarashtram samartha bhavat. We want to enable ourselves so that we, the parts and parcels of Hindu Rashtra, we will organize, and that organized strength, it will be utilized to protect Dharma as well as make India Vishwaguru. So naturally, Swayamsevaks who come out of this Sangha, if there is something needs to be done in the society, they go at it. So in the very all that naturally grow. But that is the byproduct of Sangha work. If you want to see Sangha, come to it. Come to SAGA. See this. In spite of that neglect, Swayamsevaks have just taken this idea and developed it. And then there was quite an opposition. Twice we were banned. Without any reason, of course. And we fought. And we came out of that. There were no means, nothing. Actually, nowadays, because of this anukulata, we are at some ease. We have some money which barely fits our expenses for an year. We don't take anything from outside. Swayamsevaks contribute for Sangha. Once a year there is Guru Dakshina. To run Sangha, only that we take. To seva of the society, service of the society, we take society along with us. We collect fund for that. But to run Sangha, there is only one source. Swayamsevaks contribute. It is not contribution for them. It is not donation for them. It is Dakshina, Samarpan. and we go ahead. 100 years journey was not an easy journey, and now everything is all right. You have faith in us. Swayamsevaks, their organizations have become big and influential. In center and in states also, Swayamsevaks are there in position of power. But our journey is still a difficult journey because this is also one of the hurdles. The favorable atmosphere naturally creates in you wish to relax. We cannot relax until the goal is reached. And we have to carry the same mulyas, values forward. We have enough to run ourselves for 1 year. Each year we get that much. But that doesn't mean that we can expend like anything. We have to have simplicity, we have to have that meticulous budgeting and pai ka hisab rakhna. That we have to do. And it is very difficult to maintain it in anukulata. So, new horizons, it is said in the topic. But one of the horizons is keep it up in spite of anukulata. Secondly, we want to organize the entire society. So we have to reach nook and corner of the countries. As of now, we are there in about 1 lakh places. But we have about 7 lakh places. And we have now created 10,000 population units. We call them mandalas in rural area, basti in shahar. We have to reach every basti. There are about 59,000 in rural areas and about 45,000 in city areas. We have to reach that much. Every strata of the society, every class of the society, every age group, we have to reach everybody. Everybody will not come to Shakha. But Shakhas in such a big number and Swayamsevaks in enough numbers, they will create an atmosphere in the country wherein there will be a change of behavior. Because people go by atmosphere, not by preachings. Mahajano yenagatasya pantha. So we have to create enough number of Mahajans. So expansion of our work and consolidation, it has to be done in much more larger, with a larger plan. That we are going to do, first thing. Secondly, society is not yet fully organized, but society always had good people. In worst of times also, there were enough number, maximum number of good people in our country. Even in these times, when we say that our society is deteriorating or something, if we say that, but when the survey was made of honesty in whole world, Bharat came first. We read about corruption, etc., etc. But in the world survey of honesty, Bharat was first, because whatever you read through media. In media, dogs bites a man is not a news. If man bites a dog, that is news. So negative things get priority. But whatever we hear, these bad things are happening in Bharat, 40 times more good things are there in Bharat. That is the fact. And therefore, the need is there to connect all these people. The Sajjana Shakti. We have to network. Sajjans, they will do what they are doing. But they must know that they are not alone. And whatever they do, they should not clash with each other. They should be complementary to each other. So, the Sajjan Shakti and their good deeds will be a force. And common people will start to follow them instead of Bollywood and so-called leaders. That type of atmosphere in society will be created by Sangh. And that type of networking of Sajjans will happen through Sangha work. That is another thing. Third thing is, I said 4 kinds of Hindus. So we have to organize everybody. But the difficult questions, they start with, are we Hindus? So we have to have dialogue and educate them. Because if we don't do this, those who want to break our country will foment radicalization in such sections of the society. They will always create unrest and always create disbelief for each other. If we want to counter this, we have to have dialogue. So that dialogue process has been started, it will be expanded more. We will reach and we will talk without compromising the national ideals of our country, our dharma, our Hindu society. This dialogue has to happen and we have to become one society. We are one society. We have to remember our oneness. That is the third initiative. Fourth thing is, we have to have the outreach. World is in shambles. Actually, world is staggering. Everything is not well. In Europe, America also, people are very worried about their young generations, their households. Families are breaking. There is prosperity, but there is no peace. There is ample, but there is no satisfaction. Science has progressed and environment has regressed. Man has become quite knowledgeable than before. But then he is using that knowledge to destroy others. So the world doesn't know how to proceed. All the experiments they did for last 2000 years for unity of the world and peace in mankind, they have failed. Because they don't have the connecting principles. They know Artha and Kama and they also know of Moksha, but they don't know how to connect this. Individual liberty, yes, there are advocates of that outside. Socialism, individually is only a cog of the social machine. Some people follow that kind of ideology also. So they know society, they know individual. They also know nature, but they don't know how to connect them and make the prosperity common feature simultaneously of all the three. They don't know Paramatma. They don't know Dharma. This we have to give to the world. This is our duty, God-given duty to us. And unfortunately, the world doesn't know about Hindu, about Hindustan, our Sanskriti, our Dharma, even RSS, naturally. So this outreach has to be extended so that people know about Bharat, about Hindutva, about Sangha. We have to see to it, and the Hindu society abroad organizes itself as an example for them. I told you, they are asking, will you train us? There are already Hindus in 125 countries. They can put their own example so that every country in the world will have their own RSS in their own style. which with benevolence towards all universe create model citizens of the world, and every nation will become strong and contribute to the world. They will not strive to influence the world or become a power. Mahashakti, no, not Mahashakti. We together run the world. All nations have to contribute. Our nation also, this is our duty. Vivekananda said, every nation has a mission to fulfill, mission to accomplish. That mission for Hindu Rashtra is giving dharma from some time to time, and the time has come. So, we have to take all these initiatives. But all this will happen when we will change our society. So, to bring about that change, we have taken 5 initiatives. Very simple initiatives. Everybody can do it. It doesn't require any financial funds, etc., nothing. You have to do what you preach. And very simple things, anybody, any family can do it. Individuals and families should start doing it. First initiative is Samarasata. Let all differences go. But how they will go? I will start by seeing everybody as my own. So in the area where I travel, I work, in my own area, I will have my friend, and my family have a friend family in every section and every class of the society. That I have to do. It cannot be done, it cannot happen automatically. You have to proactively do it, because nowadays segregation is much more. So we will have to go, we will have to meet the people, befriend them. And like friends and families, they mingle together, come in marriages, all the sukha dukha mein sahbag, etc., etc. That type of relation we should have in every strata, every class of our society. That is a simple thing we have to do. We start today, after 5 years, 10 years, we achieve. Your friendship is required, nothing else. And if such thinking prevails in the society and becomes influential, then in our society, mandir, source of water, and smashan should be open for all Hindus. Caste, language, etc., etc., barriers should not come in between. If we can do that. But going and making friends in every class, that can definitely be done by everybody. Second is Paryavaran, environment. So policies, etc., etc., discussions will happen, change will come sometime. But we have to start from our own home. Save water, discard plastic, plant trees. पानी बचाओ, प्लास्टिक हटाओ, पेड़ लगाओ. That we can do. In our homes, we can grow vegetables. Even in discarded tires, they fill some soil and organic fertilizer, and they grow vegetables for household use. Create greenery as far as possible. Inside your house, outside also. There are so many programs taken up for Vriksharopan. You should participate in that. So, पानी बचाओ, प्लम्बर को बुलाओ, लीक सब ठीक करो अपने घर का. Single use plastic, at least ban it, not by law. Discard the single use plastic use. This is the action program. Third is Kutumba Prabodhan. Once a week, on a given time, everybody should come home. Then we should have bhajan according to our own shraddha. Then we should have the bhojan made in our house. Don't call pizza or anything. And then we should discuss together about 3 things for 3 or 4 hours. No dictation, only discussion. And if consensus is there, that consensus should be applied in our daily life. What are the 3 things? First, what is our family tradition? Who were our ancestors? What was their speciality? What in those our family traditions is very relevant today, and have we kept some scope for their growing in our family? If there is anything contrary to it, how can we take it out? This is one thing. Even children, they will ask questions. We have to satisfy them, their jigyasa. Then, what is our country? Bharat. What parampara? Stories, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these things. Our traditions, relevant traditions, which are today very good, useful. Are we following that? And what is the contrary thing? Are we taking care? Are we getting rid of it? And third thing, daily I work for my family. Daily I work for myself. Give my time. Daily I give money for my family, for myself. These 2 are stable due to society. What I am doing for the society daily? How much time? How much money? Everybody can take a small sankalpa and do it in this life. This is called Mangal Samvad, and this activity is known as Kutumba Prabodhan. Then Swa, stand up on our own. Then only progress happens. So inside our household, there should be Swabhasha, Swabhusha, Bhasha, Bhusha, Bhajan, Bhavan, Brahman, Bhojan. Inside our house should be our own, our traditional. Outside, you can speak any language. But we must know our mother tongue well. We must know so that we can mingle with everybody around the local language. I am from Maharashtra. If I come to stay here in Tamil Nadu, I have to learn Tamil. And then we have to have some bhasha with which we can talk with every Indian. Everybody can understand. That should be Bharatiya language. Which language? We can decide practically. But inside our home, our Matrubhasha. We need not have welcome mat on the doorstep. Swagatam mat can be there, or whatever word we have for that in Tamil. Why should our nameplate be in English? There is no European likely to come visiting you. So, these things, Swa, this is our Swa. We have to subtly create that Gaurav for Swa. And then, whatever you can prepare in our house, don't go outside purchasing it. A very good lemon drink you can have in your home. Why do you want Coca-Cola? It is not healthier. You go out and purchase something because you want to sustain somebody. His employment is, for example, coolers. So coolers, there are people earning 30,000 rupees per month by their work with hand. They create coolers. So I will purchase coolers. I have cups in my home, but to sustain their employment, I purchase coolers. That can be done. Whatever is produced in your country, you use that. Don't take anything from outside. If it is life-saving thing, you cannot do without it. Life cannot go without it. You can purchase it. But otherwise, there are many things which we can do without. Just examine what we are doing. We will find so many things which we do in vain. They are not needed, but we do it. That is Swadeshi. And last is observe all rules. There are laws, there are duties. In Constitution, our preamble, citizens' duties, citizen rights, and guiding principles are the 4 chapters everybody must go through. From time to time, there can be, in that weekly gathering Mangal Samvad, we can read those 4 chapters also. There are prescribed laws. So observe all those. Traffic rules, bills, taxes, keeping queues. All these habits have to be inculcated. Start from yourself and your family. And there are some unwritten rules, which are traditions, good traditions. To bow before elders is not a law. If you don't, you cannot be prosecuted. It is not a crime, legally. But morally, you have to bow before elders. That creates some humility in you. Your ego, you get the habit of controlling your ego very easily to that. Such unwritten rules also should be observed. So, social discipline, social consciousness, social duty. These are the 5 initiatives. Swayamsevaks have started doing this in their own life, in their family life. After the completion of Centenary programs, we will go in the society and appeal to them. Because when we are 5 steps ahead, they will dare to follow us. If we go 10,000 steps ahead, they will not follow us. And if we don't go 5 steps ahead, they will not follow us. So first Swayamsevaks will do this, and gradually they will go in the society with this agenda. Society will follow because it is accepted everywhere. Nobody opposes this. And everybody wants this to happen. But we want this to happen, we should start ourselves and our families. So these are some initiatives. Expansion, consolidation, Sajjan Shakti networking, dialogue, outreach, and Panchaparivartan. That is our next agenda, keeping the goal in mind, organization of the Hindu society and Parama Vaibhav Sampanna Bharat, Vishwaguru Bharat. So, I have told you some facts about Sangha. I will request you to come and see this in Sangha. Don't believe me. See if I am speaking truth. Come inside Sangha. It is not a formal organization, therefore you can come anytime and go if you want anytime. There are no doors. It is open work. We run our shakhas on grounds. So there are no doors. Anybody can come, participate, see our families, see our karyakartas, see our Sangha atmosphere. And then if you find that what I have told you is true, then please think about participating. In any way you can. You can come regularly to Shakha, hold Sangha responsibilities, or you will participate in so many things Swayamsevaks are doing. 1,30,000 and above small and large service activities without any government money. Swayamsevaks are running. Then participate in that. And participate in any aspect of life where Swayamsevaks are working. Or you have your own work, you can run in tandem with our Swayamsevaks, helping each other. Or you want to independently do something, okay, do it. Whatever good you do selflessly, whatever thing you do, if you are doing something for our nation selflessly, with all your might, then you are our Swayamsevak. Some are declared Swayamsevaks, some are Swayamsevaks, but they are not declared Swayamsevaks. Vinobaji once said, Asabhya Sabhya. We don't go to Sabha, but we are Sabhya. We act like, he told our second Sarsangjal, Guruji, I am your Asabhya Sabhya. I don't come to Sangha programs. I don't talk about Sangha, nothing. But I lead life like a Swayamsevak. So I am Asabhya Sabhya. So if you want to be that Asabhya Sabhya, you are welcome. You are welcome in every respect. Honestly, selflessly, with all the might, we have to strive for the nation. We have to create an atmosphere wherein our society becomes a unified and qualified society. For that Sangha is there. So please think about Sangha with this drishtikon. So you will know, it will help you to know better and know exactly what Sangha is. Thank you very much.